The views and opinions expressed by the show hosts are their own and do not reflect those of WSTU Radio or the Little Dog Media Group. Any reproduction, rebroadcast, or reuse of this program without the written permission of WSTU is strictly prohibited. Welcome to Crown Car Care, serving Martin County since 2006 with trusted, high-quality repairs you can count on. And now, your host, Todd Harris.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is January 21st. All you business owners out there knew yesterday was the deadline for sales tax. And in Martin County, it's back to 6.5%. It was 7% last year. So if you haven't made those corrections in your formulas on your point of sale system, do it. We have a great show today. Should be interesting. We've done case studies in the past where we talk about a vehicle. We're going to talk about a 2016 Volkswagen Touareg, executive edition with the V6 engine. Wonderful car. And then we'll be talking and asking everybody to think about or tell us your favorite restaurant that you have stopped in the past that you always remember and like, or one that you currently do when you travel. And if we have time, we can go into another case study. And I believe we have a phone call.
Yeah, it's the guy with the case study that we're doing today.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome aboard. This must be the VW owner, the Touareg Executive, which is a fabulous car with the VR6 motor.
There's a jet flying overhead.
Oh.
No, you're
Can
not
hear it.
dropping any phone.
It's not Air Force One flying to Davos, is it?
It's better than that, dude. I'm supposed to be on board. No.
Oh, are you really? Okay.
You used to be a paratrooper, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Well, you probably saw it on the plate.
Yep.
I stepped out of a jet once too. That was
What is it like when you first jump out before you hit the parachute pull cord, or when the parachute comes out? Is it a free fall?
It depends upon what you're jumping out of.
Yes.
C-119, you drop a little more than a C-130, and the jet, you don't jump, you step.
Oh,
And your chute opens up quicker than you can think about it.
I bet.
Wham!
Oh, that's
Yep.
interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I've never been on a parachute jump, and I've always thought it would be kind of fun, actually. I think.
Well, how old are you? You don't want to pick a leg.
No. I'm 61, and I wouldn't want to be that guy that.
Okay, I guess.
Recently, there was a guy that jumped from like almost outer space, and it was televised.
Oh,
Man, I can't think of his
I
name.
remember that.
That was interesting.
Yeah, he had that suit on.
Yeah,
He had a suit on.
that's correct.
When you're jumping with a T10, which is what I use, you're falling at 22 feet a second.
Wow.
And
22,
the one exciting jump, other than the jet, at night at Fort Bragg, I was with the 82nd, and my pilot gave us the go, and we were 6 miles off of the drop zone, 2 miles outside of the fort,
Interesting.
and I landed on the highway, and it was at
Yes.
night,
Ooh.
11:30 at night.
Well, getting back on
And-
track, Charlie, let's talk about what
Yeah,
is
but,
happening with your
I'm going
vehicle.
to talk about the
about the
Volkswagen
Touareg.
Touareg.
Yeah,
And-
let's talk
Yeah,
about the
let's talk
Touareg.
about-
I'll give you a little history first on the car. This particular car, Touareg, there's an
Yeah.
option of two motors. There's a 2.0, which is 4-cylinder, and then there's the vehicle that we're talking about, which is a V6. And I'll talk about the V6 because it's very interestingly unique. It is a 3.6 liter engine, and most V6s, take your hands and make it like a dove. That's the V of the engine. And when you look at it from a front profile, is less than 45 degrees, but certainly more than 30. This particular motor is a 12-degree V. It's almost vertical. It's just about a straight six, and it's a ingenious design. It's an efficient design, less harmonic frequencies and level 2 vibrations, which can be to the detriment of the engine and drivability and engine vibrations and shaking. So this engine has one cylinder head. Whereas most,
Wow.
in fact, all V6s have two. This has one because the V is so tight. And what it does is it makes it light and compact. And the opposing cylinder going down the line kind of tucks in between two holes on the other side. So it kind of it gives it more a tighter angle without increasing mass and metallurgy and making the thing heavier. It's a great design. So and it uses fuel systems can be injected by port, P-O-R-T, which should be somewhere in the intake system, which would be like air cleaner inward. They can be mixed with the air as it goes through a carburetor, which would be back in the days of days of the Model T Ford all the way up to the mid 70s. You had carburetors, right?
Wow.
Right. And then you have the latest technology, which happens to be on this vehicle, which are piezoelectric, using crystal wafers to energize the injectors, direct injection. Direct injection is under the principle of how a diesel is. Basically, the direct injection on a gasoline motor is identical, darn near, to a diesel, but it's gas. It uses a high pressure fuel pump, which is cam driven off the back of the head. It has another fuel pump in the gas tank. And then it has injectors that are darn near identical to the diesel. And interesting. And it increases efficiency, power, and just an overall better running engine. There are some drawbacks, but very few. One of the drawbacks is, and this is on this particular vehicle, we have done that in the past several times, I believe, would be an induction clean where you clean the valves through the intake system to get off the carbon and the blow-by gases that seem to accumulate on there because there's no fuel cleaning them as it runs. Because the other
Can I jump in and tell you
yes,
what happened? I was driving along,
yes,
and all of a sudden, I felt like I didn't have the kind of get up and go.
yes,
And the last time we worked on the car,
yes,
and
yes,
it was running better than new.
yes,
But here I am going up, the road out here,
yes.
whatever it is, and it just was lagging.
Yep.
And then the next thing I noticed was the engine light.
Yep, and that's and here's a nice set of paragraphs that encompass that and what else can happen and what has been done. So, on a gasoline engine, you have spark, you have compression, then you have to have the mechanism to get the fuel in and out. The mechanisms of the fuel go from the valves, right, to the intake system, the air cleaner, the ducting work, etc. And the valves, I just went over, get blow-by gases, which is the waste combustion that happens to slip through the rings by design. It doesn't get the washing effect of the gasoline sliding or passing through those valves because the injection is put right into the combustion chamber. Diesels have the same additional maintenance item that's required by that design, but the benefactor is the benefits far outweigh the fact that you have to be mindful of from a maintenance standpoint. So this particular vehicle was in November of last year, and it had a coil, each cylinder, when we have 6 of them, on later models, I'm going to say from probably 2001, 99, have individual coils, electrical generators that generate high voltage on each spark plug. 1960, when we had carburetors, there was one coil, and it used a rotating distributor thing to distribute the spark to each wire to each cylinder. So one coil doing all the work to now one coil only doing one cylinder. They go through the valve cover. Okay? On newer design engines, the valve covers aren't just a perimeter seal. There's seals that go around the hole where the spark coil goes in and the spark plug goes down. And it has to keep oil from getting in there. Oil with dirt on it is what? Conductive. Conductive. It will pass electricity through it. And what can happen is, what happened in November is, on one of the cylinders, the breach of the valve cover gasket contaminated and shorted out one of the coils. Okay? So that was, and what's the consequence? Check engine light. May feel a hiccup or a run rough. And that solution is obviously a valve cover gasket replacement and a coil. Okay? This particular incident where Charlie was just talking, interestingly, that he was driving and all of a sudden he felt something that was out of the ordinary, and then the light came on. What did we talk about when we were talking about this engine? The fuel injection. Okay. One of the fuel injectors is not flowing enough fuel at times, even though it's overall flowing less, and you can see it on the trim and the oxygen sensor readings for that bank. But at times it will actually almost stop flow. And when that happens, just like when a coil misbehaves, you feel it. And then you see the warning indicator of the check engine light. But as the rest of the story says, there's one more code. And this is most interesting. That particular motor has two water pumps. It has a belt-driven water pump, just like you would think of if you're in that exclusive club of cars. You know, a water pump is driven generally by a belt. This has two. One of them is electric. And how do we tell the operation of an electric water pump controlled by a computer board? We can tell by the draw or the amperage amount through the MOSFET transistor on the ground side, how much electricity that water pump is using when it's turned on, because the ground is controlled by the board, or the DME module, as Volkswagen calls it, the motor control module, the computer, the brains of the engine. So it triggered a code. Interesting. So what's the takeaway? In my world, you can't take anything as a coincidence, and you have to accept it and diagnose it and understand that in our world, you can have frequency, you can have it's like if you get a flat tire, a lot of times the same people will be back a week later with another flat tire, yet they've never been to see me for 5 years on tires. That's the kind of thing that can happen, and I don't have an answer for it. The only thing I can think of is entanglement with quantum physics, but I think that's a little bit too deep, and even to even consider that. But it's just the frequency of infrequency of coincidences, and when things happen on mishaps, it's at a deep, deep level. And we're going to take a break real quick, and Charlotte, we'll come back because we still got more to talk about this car, because it's a really cool car. And for all your listeners out there, it's bright blue, and let me tell you, it's shiny. I made a video on it. Okay, be right back.
We'll be right back with more Crown Car Care in just a moment.
You're listening to Crown Car Care with Todd Harris. Got a question or comment? Give us a call now at 220-9788. We'll be right back. Building long-term relationships through expert auto care with integrity, reliability, and a true dedication to keeping drivers safe on the road. This is Crown Car Care. And here's your host, Todd Harris.
Welcome back, everybody. The key to longevity of a vehicle is taking care of it. And I got to tell you, Charlie, Palm City Charlie,
Yeah.
has been a friend of mine first. He's been a customer of mine for quite a while. And I value the relationship that we have is what is this business of mine is about. Oh, by the way, we happen to fix cars and we're real good at it, but there's one thing we do better than anything else. We're kind and nice and we have integrity with our customers. And that's just the bottom line. Especially
And you're the doctor.
and yes. But if something unexpected happens, guess who was there first in line to fix things and make it right? Say, for a chance, we forget to check the spare tire on a car and it's our fault. Hypothetically, you own up to it. You get it taken care of very quickly and you apologize. That's how you do things, because if you think you can run an operation perfectly, you can't. Just like a marriage, it takes effort. And when you do good effort with honesty, everything falls into place. Charlie, if my longtime listeners here on this radio show know and love Palm City Charlie, he's my regular. He's my man. He's always got something to add to our conversations. He always has something that enlightens us even more about what we're talking about. And he never hesitates to, oh, we got some dead air. There's Palm City Charlie to the rescue. And he's been doing it for years.
I get the text from him. Believe me,
He's wonderful.
He tells me,
But he
and I
is-
appreciate it.
He's and not only that, served his country, right? He's just, I don't know, he likes fish too, fish tanks. And I got one over at my Cove Road store, and you saw it.
Oh, it's great. It's
beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Angelfish,
Wow.
angelfish.
Let's
Angel-
give out the
Wow.
phone numbers to both locations.
Yes, and we're getting a fish tank in Palm City. I'm working on it.
Oh,
Great.
nice.
Great.
Okay, so the phone number over in Palm City, that's where this Volkswagen Touareg is located. So if you'd like to get your car next to his, it will be 772-781-8000. I may have a available spot right next to him. So if you're looking to hang out with a good-looking car, you need to go over visit me, and we can put you right next to Palm City Charlie's blue Touareg. And we got special VIP status.
There you go.
Okay. Our phone number over at the Cove Road store, which is where the fish tank is, and that's where Kelly and Cody reside in the front. My technicians, like Billy, who's just a superstar. Everyone's a superstar. If everyone is treated like a superstar, even if they're not quite a superstar, they begin to act like a superstar and behave like one. And the phone number there is 283-4707, and of course, area code 772, and we'll get you right in. If you've never tried our oil changes, try me on for size. And let me know how I did. Good and areas of improvement. Or bad, some people say. But feedback is the best medicine or elixir for excellence. If you have no feedback, you have no idea where you stand. And we use a service. So if you come into us, we use it's called Shop Genie, which is a system that gets in contact with you. You can give us a rating. It goes automatically to Google Business Reviews, and we can broadcast your message, whatever it is. And we can shout out to the world that this is what we're about currently, as opposed to some 10-year-old review that means nonsense. This is current customers that we do this with, every single person. How important is it? Well, kind of like oxygen and breathing. It's kind of there. It has to be done in today's world because the expectations of everything are high. And if you care enough, you can deliver. And that's what we do.
Let me give out the phone number for a Cove Road location too, if I would. Okay.
Sure.
At 772-283-4707.
Okay, so here's a question
go.
for you, Palm City Charlie, Ray, and then I'll answer last.
Oh,
When you travel, it could be in the past, what's your favorite place to go get something to eat while you're traveling? Palm City Charlie, you're up.
Well, right now it's Culver's.
Yeah.
You know,
They
but
have
I
good
had a
food.
special
dude.
Vietnamese restaurant in Fredericksburg, Virginia, because
Ooh,
I love Vietnamese food.
wow.
But I'm not driving up there round trip anymore.
Yes.
I used to go up to Connecticut round trip. it's a very dangerous race road now out there.
Oh my
you know?
goodness. Well, we remember we shipped one of your VWs up there.
That's right. My best buddy.
Yes,
He
yes.
loves the vehicle.
That's a
That's
60
that
mile per
diesel.
gallon diesel that's rare and very valuable, and you gave it to him. I remember.
Oh, yeah. But I still have that other diesel for you to take care of.
Yes, well, the one that we sent
yeah.
up there escaped for a little bit, and then we caroused it back in, if you remember.
It's beautiful, beautiful vehicle. Yeah.
It's like a wild horse. Sometimes these cars get away from us, and we don't know where they're at, and then we find them.
Oh no. Oh no.
They escape, so to speak.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's a long
So,
story for another radio show.
You were the surgeon. So how did my vehicle make out?
Oh, your vehicle is still in surgery right now, currently. Yes,
It's
gonna be. It should be
surgery.
finished up
Okay.
tomorrow. Absolutely, 100%. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, she's going back
And-
together.
And you're the surgeon, the head surgeon.
I am, and right now, you know, my hands are cleaning them over here at this world headquarters place they call WSTU. But
I
and
know.
tomorrow morning back at it, and we'll get this thing all buttoned up and done for you and make it nice. So
And don't eat any licorice with greasy fingers. You know, Todd, don't get sick.
yeah, I know.
I listen to the shows and I go, "You're eating candy." I can tell.
I'm not eating nothing right now.
No candy.
No
today.
candy.
I know you know.
Now I
know
always
you know.
have
But
magazines
in past
panned
days,
out. I've eaten food before because when you're hungry, you're hungry.
Yeah, you know.
you know,
I get blamed
I
for that
listen to
too.
your show.
Yes, except I don't
Yeah.
want to make everyone else jealous.
Right.
So what's your favorite place, right? For a
He
restaurant?
put up a hard one to beat right there, Culver's, you know.
They're good.
That's tough to
Yeah.
beat.
Yeah.
I mean, I stop at Wawa all the time, like on a daily basis.
Yeah,
But a restaurant you're talking
it
about?
could be anything. If you have free reign.
Wow. That's a tough one. It really is, especially because, you know, one of my thousands of jobs I have is DoorDash. So I stop at many restaurants, you know. Yeah, I do.
You want to find out the quality of a restaurant? Talk to a DoorDash driver.
That's right. You know, because
Tell
we
you
know,
everything. 'Cause they go in the back door.
Yeah. Bonefish
So
Grill is
what
one
do
of
you,
my
what do
favorite
you
places to
think of
go. You know?
what do you think of 11 Maple?
Yeah, that's good too. It's good.
I know.
Yeah, it's good.
That's
How good is
It's
that? I don't
good.
think I've ever
It's
been
good.
there. Where's that located?
Yeah,
The
downtown.
what's
Stewart.
it? The
Yeah.
the calamari.
Oh yeah.
It's like candy.
Oh, really?
It's amazing.
Ooh.
You know, Bonefish Grill is another one that's good.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I took one of my technicians. I believe it was his birthday, and he had an accomplishment close to it that was quite an achievement.
Okay.
And I took him for a He got lobster at lunch.
Oh,
we-
nice.
I enjoyed watching him eat his lobster tail because he earned it.
My God.
Yep, he earned
You
it.
guys remember Port Jeans?
Yes.
You remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine
That
that
was one of my clients when I was working for the.
Oh, wow.
nice. Nice. You know, another one,
Mm.
Tuda Fresco is nice to go to too.
One of my favorites from a long time ago was a place called Gentleman Jim's.
Yo, no, I used to go there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, they tore
Yeah.
the building down, but
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Gentleman Jim's.
They still haven't sold that property.
That was about a famous boxer, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that
It was
right?
A
But
boxing.
I
thing,
used to go there. Yeah, they had a killer prime rib sandwich.
Yes.
They did. It was killer.
The now for traveling out of state and things,
hmm
Waffle House.
Oh, well, the Waffle House is everywhere.
Waffle House.
Oh yeah.
Waffle House.
It's everywhere.
And you got to get ketchup with it. What's your favorite place, Todd? Waffle House.
Oh, my God.
You know, don't tell me you put
Uh,
ketchup on waffles.
Oh, I put it all over the
Oh,
hash
no.
browns,
Oh,
please. Hash
no,
browns and
no.
ketchup.
Not on the waffles, though.
Yeah, Waffle
No.
House. Yes, I love
No.
Waffle House. And they're all the same, so you close your eyes, you don't know where you're at.
They have. Yeah, they all
So
have a.
Todd, you're
they-
playing sure.
They look like a trailer house or something. They're very tiny.
But they have their own language.
Yes, they do.
You know.
They have coding on how they order things.
They do.
Oh, yes,
They
they do. I'm
do.
surprised you brought that up because
Yeah.
I picked up on that
Yeah.
when we were on vacation.
They
this
don't
year.
write the stuff down. They,
No.
They just have the code.
It's the code. It's like those
Yeah.
in World
Yeah.
War II. They used these code talkers. There was a movie about it. I think.
It's like a Morse code.
Yeah, well, that's what they picked up on.
Yep.
Yeah,
So there you go.
that was the Enigma. Remember the Enigma machine?
Oh, yeah.
That was
Oh,
we
yeah.
cracked it actually.
Oh,
I believe
yeah.
it was a cyber or something like that.
That's a wrong food.
Yeah.
Enigma. That's a wrong.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And here's what I'll
I
tell
love the
everybody out
Enigma.
here: it's cold up north. And a
Mhm.
good place to stay out of because I hear it's getting to below zero is up in that northern Minnesota. You want to stay out of there. It is icy up there, if you know what I'm saying.
That and my
It's icy.
My roommate's from there originally. We looked at it yesterday. It was 6 degrees, but the wind chill factor made it feel like 13 below.
Oh, it's cold. I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of people that are like it up there, actually.
And I got a friend that lives in West Allis, Wisconsin,
Yes.
and that's about 3 degrees too. Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah, I don't know. But I heard there's good money can be made up there.
Yeah, he's just outside, like 20 minutes out of Milwaukee.
Especially if you get, I've always heard that getting government contracts is a good way to run a good, clean business. But I don't know.
I don't know anything about that.
I don't know.
I digress.
So stay out of the north for a while. It's cold up there, but it
That's
was
right.
cold here now. It's been cold.
But I'll take this weather any day over there.
Me too.
You know,
Me too.
I mean, where else can you wear shorts in January?
I have Michael
You know.
Jordan shorts on.
Yes.
MJ, the GOAT.
There you go.
So this has been a fun show. And
I'm going to listen off there.
okay. And by the way,
Okay.
Charlie's Volkswagen
Yeah.
is the cleanest, shiniest car in my shop. Truth.
There you go.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
it is.
nice.
Oh, that
Yeah.
thing's a beautiful ride. Okay, take care, everybody, and take care, Charlie, and we'll keep this. The show must go on.
Yeah. Thanks, Charlie.
Thank
All right.
you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you.
man.
Bye
Take care,
bye.
Charlie.
Bye.
All right. Charlie has left the building.
Yes, there is another place similar to Waffle House that's also equally as good. I can't think of the name. It's a
IHOP.
IHOP is good too, but the Waffle House they got good waffles.
Oh, they do.
But
yeah.
when you order the food, it's all in lingo.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and that's the consistency of the food is what's wonderful, for the most part. I think if you go there, a lot of them are open late. A lot of these pancake places along the interstates are open sometimes 24 hours a day. I can't imagine.
Guess what?
What's that?
We've got Bob.
Oh, fabulous! Oh my goodness,
Bob's here.
This is the Bob. They've released the quote unquote new Mustang. That's the SC G or the Dark Horse SC has been released. It's nothing but a parts bin.
Oh,
car.
yeah?
It's a parts bin car. It's okay. It's nice, but it's not.
It's not GD.
It's no ZR1.
I see.
You get what I mean?
Well, yeah, I got it.
If you have a big parts
Well-
department, you can grab a bunch of stuff and put something together pretty nice.
Yeah, a friend of mine's got one of those four-wheel drive pickup trucks, and he had a supercharger put on it by a dealership,
Yes.
and it's pretty violent. I guess 800 horsepower or something like that.
Probably a Whipple, which is the name of the guy's last name, by the way. Whipple is the last name of
That's
the
right. Yeah, it's a Whipple. Yeah.
twin screw, and they're quite nice.
Yeah.
And they have, if
I
you
asked him if. Yeah.
go
ahead.
no.
Well, I was going to say, I asked him if he checked into the Pro Charger, and he said, yeah, he did, but he didn't like it so much because it seemed like the plumbing was kind of complicated or something.
Yeah, and here's the download on that one. The Pro Charger is a bolt-on. It's like adding air conditioning to a classic car. It's bolted on. There's brackets, et cetera, and it's if you open the hood, you can kind of tell it was added on. These Whipple chargers and the systems that I'm pretty sure he probably went with that or a VMP is factory looking. Everything is copacetic and it just is. It flows with the motor as opposed to something looking like it was added on, like a old supercharger from a GMC Detroit diesel they used to do back in the 60s and early 70s. 87671 blowers, which is nothing but an air mover for a diesel. But they're wonderful. And you know what people like most about them is the noise. Whoop.
Oh, cool.
Whoop. This is what happens when you get on it. Now, a Pro Charger,
no doubt,
they're noisy because they're straight cut gears. Well, they originally were straight cut. Then they went to that type of gear that's in the rear end. I can't say helical or it's spherical.
Helical.
Yes. So it reduces the noise, but they're not quite as strong, but they're still noisy. They have a very ball bearing-y sound. So, and Pro Chargers are really belt-driven turbochargers. That's what they really are.
Yeah. Because what do they call them? Axial or something like that?
Yes.
Or no, centrifugal.
But they're quite good.
I forget which is which.
Carroll Shelby and some of his original Shelbys back in the mid 60s offered as a package a Paxton supercharger that would go on it.
Yeah. Can you tell me the difference between a Paxton and a McCullough?
McCullough's what came out first. Do you know they had
that's what I
McCullough's
was
on
thinking.
the Avantes or was it a Studebaker that
Studebaker.
became?
Yeah.
Okay, that was a rare option on those cars.
Yes.
McCullough
Yeah.
supercharger. I have a customer
Yeah.
of mine that has a all black one, and he has that rare option.
That's like a 60.
They were in the
Yeah.
50s, those things. Similar design as
Yep.
I know it.
Yep.
But I believe they're
Right.
bigger and heavier, and they're not as efficient. They don't create as much boost for the parasitic
Uh-huh.
draw it brings on
Oh,
the
yeah.
motor. But these Paxtons are
Sure.
very similar. They're the precursor. The Paxtons are the precursor to what we just talked about, the Pro Chargers. They're just
That's right.
CAD design. You've got efficiency, flow. You got better flow models for air, and you can come up with
Yep.
better radial, the compressor wheel, because that's what you have on a Pro Charger
Okay.
is a compressor wheel only. You don't have the other side
Yeah.
of the ball bearings. You don't have the wheel for the exhaust to spin it. You're spinning it with a
Mhm.
belt as opposed to the
Mhm.
exhaust. So that's
Yes.
but they're cheaper.
Yeah.
They're half the price, considerably cheaper.
Yeah.
They don't look as good,
No doubt.
but they are they're good though. Yeah.
Yeah. I have regrets because a friend of mine
Yes.
had a Paxton blower and
Mhm.
and belts and brackets and all that jazz way back in I think it was like the late 70s.
Probably
and,
carbureted then
he-
too, and that's a tricky animal right there.
Well, he never, it was just parts, and it came off of some Ford or something.
Oh.
Maybe it was a T-Bird or something. I don't know what, but he had all those parts, and he had a new wife, and she wasn't really into cars or anything.
So it's
And they moved, and he said, "Bob, do you want this?" He's telling me this on the phone. I said, "Yeah, but I can't get over there right away."
yeah.
And they were in an apartment, and he left it in their garage for their apartment. And by the time I got over there 2 days later, it was gone.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I could tell a similar
What a-
story. I have a supercharger set up, two of them sitting up in my loft at my Cove Road store, and I've owned it for years.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, anyway, that's gone. I regret that because I'd sure like to have some enthusiasts use it. I wouldn't have any.
Oh no, but
reason
they're
to
wonderful.
use it.
The boost if you're
Yeah.
driving your car along and it takes, I don't know, 180 horsepower to drive at 70 miles an hour, steady throttle or whatever it is, 50. And you
Yeah.
now have accounted for with that base engine all of the parasitic losses of energy and heat and rotational forces as it goes through the powertrain, all the way back through the drive shaft, the axles, the differential, and then the wheels. Well, it's the differential,
Mhm.
then the axles. And then you just instantly add on. It's like, if you get a banana split and the guy says, "You want a couple extra cherries?" Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah,
what
baby.
that's what a supercharger is. Yeah, baby. It's like
Sure.
about 10 cherries, and the darn banana
Yeah.
split already tastes good. And you get cherries on top
Yeah.
of it. That's what happens. It's instantaneous torque, and that's the advantage of a supercharger over a turbo. It's instantaneous torque at a prescribed
Mhm.
RPM and load range, as opposed to a turbo. It has to build up because you got to
Yeah.
spool up the turbos. That's why people like to use smaller ones and less plumbing, because then you have less lag. Although,
There you go.
and if that's your ZR1, right? The ZR1, they've mastered the lag. There is pretty much no lag on that new
Yeah.
Corvette ZR1. They have engineered it
No,
wonderfully.
They're right there, sitting right on the exhaust manifold. They're integral to the exhaust manifold, so there's no
lag.
buildup hardly.
And
Yeah.
they're violent. That car is demonic. It is
Oh,
evil with
Yeah,
torque.
I guess so. Yeah, it overcomes that flat plane crank torque deficit.
That's
you might
correct.
say.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the beauty
Yeah,
of the
sure.
flat plane crank is we have these two things called ears. And when you hear a flat plane crank rev up, it's music,
Oh yeah,
harmony.
it's a lot. Yeah, they're high rev engines. Yeah.
And the climb rate.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
So on a
cool.
flat plane crank, the climb rate is like a two-stroke. It because it's
Oh,
you see
yeah.
I'm talking about the climb, the time
Sure.
it takes to jump from one RPM differential to another. That climb rate is very accelerated with a flat plane crank.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're always
Listen, I
you're
wanted
always
to
on a
tell you
power
about
stroke.
the-
You go ahead.
Yeah, I want to tell you about the restaurant recommendation too.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, every Wednesday, me and a couple of the car guys go out to dinner during your show, just about.
Oh, wow.
We get there at 6, but we go to Roma's in Port St. Lucie. That's a nice Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's
Sure.
near, you're familiar with it.
And what's your favorite
And,
there? Your favorite of order?
Oh gosh, I just get the usual chicken fettuccine Alfredo.
That's good.
But
No
yeah,
problem there.
they're very consistent. The food's always the same. It's good. And
Yes.
then tonight though, there's a special over at Cracker Barrel in Jensen Beach.
Ooh.
They got
There we
2
go.
for 1 entrees. So we're gonna go over there and have some comfort food and eat cheap.
Cracker Barrel is delicious. I was there on Sunday of this weekend with Mike, my service manager in Palm City, and I treated him to a wonderful breakfast.
You got the biscuits and gravy.
I didn't get the biscuits and gravy, but I had
Oh, is that good?
the cheesy casserole.
Oh, that's good too.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Nice.
So I love Cracker Barrel, and what's fun at Cracker Barrel is they sell one of my favorite candies is the wild cherry jelly bellies, and they sell them there.
They got them.
They got them. I know they got them. I buy bags at a time.
They have a lot of the old school stuff, like they got Charles Chips.
Yeah, and they have the
Yeah.
old-fashioned
Oh, yeah,
sodas.
yeah.
They got
Yeah.
the old soda pop, with
Right.
different
The
flavors.
different bottles. Yeah.
I recently got a
Yeah.
bazooka flavor.
A bazooka.
It
There you
tasted just
go.
like the
Yeah.
gum.
It's like the bubble gum.
Yeah.
Now,
All right.
now, see, my family is originally from Michigan,
Yes.
and we never heard of Charlie's Chips. But then we moved to New Jersey, and there they were.
Yep. Charles Chips.
So,
Yep.
There was
Yeah,
a
you get 'em
company that would
delivered,
deliver them. Was that
you know.
them? They have a delivery service.
Yeah,
So-
we used
Yeah.
to deliver because I used to
That-
work for a friend of
that's
mine
them.
that delivered them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
like milk. It was a
Yeah.
delivery.
Yeah.
Are they still
Yeah.
around, Charles?
Yeah.
Chips?
Yeah, they still it's not as prevalent as it was, but a friend
Yeah.
of mine had a route, okay, and he took 2 weeks off, and I did his route for 2 weeks, delivering to different stores and whatnot. This is going back about 30 something years, but it's not like it was. It's unfortunate. I only can find it at Cracker Barrel now.
Well, what
Yeah.
I
at
like
least,
is,
those were my paper route delivery
Right.
days.
There you go.
and you know what else they sell there? They took to the moon. Moon pies.
We'll see now. Now you're talking.
Oh,
The moon pies.
Pie.
A moon pie is
That's
it's like a
cool,
rich,
yeah.
giant, rich cracker with marshmallow dipped in chocolate.
That's right.
I believe that's what it
pretty
is.
wild. Yeah, yeah. Well, all right. I won't take.
Take
up any
care.
more of your
Enjoy
time,
Cracker
but-
Barrel. Have fun.
Yep. All right. Well,
Thanks,
see you
Bob, for
again.
calling. You're the best. Thank you. Have a great evening. Bye
Thanks,
bye.
Bob.
And you know what else they sell?
Mhm.
Bit O honey.
Yep, I remember Bit O Honey Kenny Bar.
Just don't
Yeah.
have any new fillings because they're coming out when you're chewing it.
Done.
Then there's Charleston Chew,
Yep, I remember Charleston Chew.
Nesco wafers.
Oh
You
yeah.
remember those?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Some of those old candies
The
just
Chiclets.
bring us back memories.
Remember Chiclets?
I do. Them little things that
Yeah.
pop out one at
Yeah.
a time.
Yep. Yep.
And you can only have one. My mom
That's
would say,
right.
You only get one.
Yep.
Yeah. I want two. Come on, give me two. Only one. Only one. So that's good reminiscing about the past, and that's
Oh, yeah.
it's fun to
Absolutely.
cars and transportation seem to go hand in hand when you start having memories and talk. So how
Sure.
much the automobile is part of our culture, our country, and we never want to give up that freedom, and that's
Sure.
what people love.
Mhm.
And that is one of the downsides of electric cars, and I've talked about it at length, that things get limited. Whereas with gasoline, you can go anywhere you want. Hybrids, better, a good combination of both. Tesla's, it's got it pretty much nailed.
Right.
There's no issues with Teslas.
I see a few of them in my apartment complex. The only question I have is, we have an outside outlet. I'm on the bottom floor, so we actually could have an electric car, but the people on the second floor, I wonder how that works.
Yeah, and
You know?
you can charge it with 110.
Yeah.
That's level 1,
Right.
then level 2 and level 3. Level 2 is 220. That would be a dryer plug.
Right.
And,
Sure.
and then level 3 would be DC, high voltage. So
Yeah.
DC, your AC is the Westinghouse / Tesla
Now,
invention.
I wonder if they have like a charging bank like you have on a phone that you can put inside that vehicle so that it can go further.
That's
and
interesting.
you know-
I know on Priuses, they do a lot of the hybrids. You can buy extended range battery packs that are aftermarket that you add in.
Right. But,
Oh, but yes.
see if you can do that. Now, and I always thought about this too on the sunroof.
Yeah.
Now, that could be used as like a solar panel,
Yes.
you know,
Yes. I believe
because using Synergy in the brakes to help
one of the
charge it.
manufacturers has that as an option. I believe it's Lucid Air. I
that-
think. I think it's
Yeah,
Lucid Air.
Lucid.
Not 100%. So
Yeah.
don't take my word
But
on it.
I thought about that a while ago. It's like, this is a way where you wouldn't have to stop anywhere.
Well, you would, minimize your stops at best,
Yep.
or worst, or whatever you want to dial in as. But it would add to the overall charge of the vehicle at all
Yeah.
times, whether you're driving it or not.
Right. Because
And that would be your apartment dwellers or your local
Right.
townspeople that need short distances but need to always have it charged up.
yeah, and you have a cell that collects, the energy so that if you're driving at night, you're not going to have any sun, but you've already stored that energy during the day.
Now, one of the big ingredients in solar cells is silver. Paid attention to the silver prices lately in the last year and a half, you find that they're going up.
Gone up.
There are many reasons people say it's going up, but I can tell you unequivocally, without a doubt, the demand for silver in solar cell production has gone way up. So we know that's one of the factors.
Yeah, you can see where silver is. It's
What's
only
the price of silver?
It's only a minus. Today it's down $1.49 right now, but $92.23 an ounce.
I remember buying some
Silver.
at 13. So
Yeah.
92, and gold is, I believe, almost pushing 5,000. if
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
at
mistaken.
$4,833.40, and it's up $69 today.
Some say silver is going to should be half of what gold is. I don't know.
I think silver's a great investment.
Well, yeah, we used to be on.
You know,
Well, that's BRICS, that new European trade agreement between several, but Britain,
Mhm.
blah, 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 it's an acronym, the BRICA. They're going gold standard
Mhm.
or on par. Each country is going to have a par value of 1. So
Right.
there's going to be no advantage or disadvantage on currency exchanges.
Yeah.
And they have, I believe, you have to have a percentage of assets as a country or a sovereign nation in reserves to give the currency that you throw to the world to have some kind of backing or substantial backing or insurance policy, so to speak, with
Mhm.
quotes around it for the money. Whereas, because now when it's faith, but who's got the best bonds in the world? The United States,
Of course we do.
right? Because who has the best military?
Yeah.
Who has the best everything? That's the great America that we live in. And
That's
it is a
right.
great America. And
Yes,
we're
it
in for a
is.
golden age. That we are on the cusp of greatness and we are climbing fast, even if you have political views that differ from anyone and differ from everyone. We all can, I think, come together and say that this country is the best,
Oh yeah.
right? Doesn't matter where
Absolutely.
you come from. If you're from South America, Africa, Somalia, for example, or Ukraine, China. When you come to this country, you assimilate in and you become one of, well, what are you? I'm an American. And that's how I view it. Everyone is. That's a citizen, an American. It's a great country. I love it. And I love all of our cars because if I didn't have that opportunity to help people with vehicles, I probably wouldn't be on this radio show. And I wouldn't have my friend Ray next to me, and we wouldn't be taking a break right now.
We wouldn't be taking a break, but we are going to take a break.
Certainly.
And we are going to be back in just about 35 seconds or so. With,
Be right back.
Crown Car Care.
You're listening to Crown Car Care with Todd Harris. Got a question or comment? Give us a call now at 220-9788. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Crown Car Care, providing trusted high-quality auto repair services since 2006. Here again is your host and owner, Todd Harris.
All right, welcome back. Who was the butler in the Batman series in the 60s? What was his name?
Alfred.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he had big, thick pair of glasses on.
Yeah, and white hair and a big mustache.
Yeah. And who was head of the police in that Gotham City? What was his name?
Was it Perry White? Or-
Commissioner Gordon, I believe.
Commissioner Gordon, that's right. Perry White was Superman.
Yeah, and he had like an Irish Bostonian accent, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Commissioner Gordon.
That's right.
And he had a phone that would get right to the Batcave.
The red phone.
And you know what's nice about the Batcave, and I have to give credit to Batman,
Right.
is everything was labeled, so we knew what it was.
See?
Yeah, every piece of machinery and equipment, exotic equipment, there was a little label on there, so we knew what it
Organization.
was. And they were so clever that even if you had the volume down, you could tell when Batman was getting the bad guy. It would go pow,
Or
sock.
boom,
Oh,
sock.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was when he was trying to get who? The Joker.
The Joker.
Who played the Joker?
You had was it Frank
Caesar Romero, wasn't it?
Caesar Romero? Yeah. The Joker.
And
Sure.
then the Penguin.
Yeah, Burgess
Meredith.
Meredith. Yeah.
And then there was the Man of 1,000 Faces who played the Riddler,
Yeah, Frank
Eddie
Orsh.
Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
He was my favorite, actually. That
Is
was
that
my
right?
favorite. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he
that
was
guy
good.
was goofy. He'd get into these laughing fits and he'd start jumping up and down like a little kid.
He was on a show called Copycats.
Okay.
And Rich Little was on that show as well. And George Kirby was on that show. And they had a bunch of people together that imitated people. Or just Frank was one of those, and he could do a few voices. Very funny.
I loved the
Good
Batman
stuff.
series. It was Mr. Freeze was another bad guy.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Freeze.
Yeah,
Sure.
he had this ice pack thing that would make people frozen. Then
Oh,
there
yes.
was a helicopter. They had a bat cycle. And the Batcave was interesting. It was right under stately Wayne Manor.
Oh, yes.
And it was always stately.
It was
wasn't just Wayne Manor.
No,
it was stately. Stately
Yes.
Wayne Manor. It had to
Yes.
be stately, of course.
Yes, it had to be stately.
And whose head did he twist to open up the doors in the library to go
So-
down the bat pole?
Oh,
Whose bust was it?
is it?
Shakespeare.
Oh, okay.
I believe it was Shakespeare.
That's
I'm
good.
pretty sure it was Shakespeare.
What good trivia right there. Somebody wants to chime in and argue with us or
Yeah,
debate
please
with
give us that's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
I made a
220.
mistake. One of them is not the correct answer. Who is it?
220-9788. Give us a call.
Or you can call our business over at Crown
Yeah,
Car Care,
absolutely.
283-4707, area code 772. If you're a business, we do fleets and we manage them for you and we help you and we can do all kinds of stuff. And we may be calling on you. We're going to be expanding and we're working into having an outside sales representative that will go around to different businesses. So if you hear or see us at the door, let us in.
I
We
know
have
that
nothing
guy.
but good tidings and ideas to bring you.
I know that guy.
Yeah, let him in. Let him in. That's the guy on the radio. And we can change your oil. We can put new tires on it. We can rotate your tires. We can do an alignment. We can fix your air conditioner. Your sagging suspension, we've got a fix for that. If your car makes a clunk or a bump, we certainly can diagnose that and come up with a solution. If you're leaking oil, if you're leaking transmission fluid, if you're leaking transfer case fluid, if you're leaking axle fluid, we can help you with that. If you have a tire leak, we certainly can help you with that. If you have a third brake light that doesn't seem to be a third brake light anymore, you can come by and see us at 283-4707, and we can also help you with that. If you have a water leak inside the dashboard when the air conditioning's on, we can help you with that. If it starts to rain and then it's a downpour and your wipers don't come on, that's something at Crown Car Care we also can help you with. If your seatbelt doesn't seem to retract anymore, if you have an airbag light on, if you have a seat that won't move, if you have an interior light that doesn't shine brightly, if you have a speedometer that doesn't read the miles per hour anymore, or an odometer that doesn't read how many miles you've been, if you have a temperature gauge that always seems to read hot when it's not, when it's cold, you know who can help you. Both of my shops at Crown Car Care. We have a shop in Palm City and we have a shop at Cove Road, approaching Hope Sound, but not really in Hope Sound. It's Port Salerno, which is a historical town, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Fishing town. It's a
Yep.
fishing town, by the way. Yeah.
I fish out there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And many, I don't know how many years ago, it's over maybe 28. They really put a clamp down on some of the flagrant violations with commercial fishermen.
Oh yeah.
And I believe it's come back, some of the fish, I think. One or
Oh
the
yeah.
other.
No, even when I'm out there fishing in Rocky Point, they come out, the FWC.
Now, one of the situations we run into is brackish water
oh yeah.
being let into our inlet, their manatee pocket, and it can cause, I believe, runaway bacteria and
Yes,
sea growth. Right? It's can be an issue. It's not always an issue though.
No.
And we have alligator problems too sometimes in the water. You ever seen an alligator in the water?
Yep.
They're kind of creepy at night. They have this like red eyes.
Oh yeah. You can pick them right out.
Oh, yeah. And they just sit there
Mm-hmm.
and they'll wait. They will sit there for 3 hours
Oh yeah.
for that bird to make one wrong move.
Mm-hmm.
And when that bird makes that wrong move, look out.
We got you.
And let me tell you a story about my dog, Binky. His last name is Lovejoy. Wonderful service dog.
He has a last name.
Binky Lovejoy, the service dog. He weighs a good 6 pounds, 5 pounds maybe.
Okay.
Little tiny little guy. And we also have a dog named Buffett. And Buffett yesterday or the day before went out for an adventure in our backyard. And if you know male dogs, they like to show their bravado,
Sure.
just like a pointer does or a golden retriever. He found himself it was quite large, a snake.
Oh.
And he decided to catch that snake like a mongoose. He caught that snake, and that snake right in the middle of his jaws was shaking around like I've never seen. And then all of a sudden, that little snake that was once wiggling around, it made me very sad actually, lie there in our mulch, upside down. And Binky, as proud as not Binky, but Buffett, as proud as he was, had to make sure that when he was shaking that snake, that anyone that was outside saw him do it.
Yeah, he was proud of it.
That's right. And what's the takeaway on this? We don't want to kill snakes because we love snakes, but every once in a while, us boys and men do like to show to the world and to our women that
Oh yeah.
we've got what it's going on, and we can take on the world, including snakes, and we can catch them.
That's right.
And he caught that little rascal. And then I was granted the task of disposal.
Oh, of course.
And
the
I
fun task.
hated to look at that poor snake. I hated that poor snake. There's a famous poem about a snake, and if you've ever heard Donald Trump talk about it, it's about a snake that goes across a river. We out of time.
Well, we got about 10 seconds left.
Everyone have a blessed afternoon, and this is the best radio station there ever was and could be. And you know who's the best sitting next to me? That's Mr. Ray. Thank you much. Have a good night.
Well, thank you.
You've been hearing Crown Car Care with Todd Harris. We're more than mechanics, we're family, serving Martin County since 2006 with trusted high-quality repairs you can count on. We'll talk again next Wednesday.
You've been listening to Crown Car Care every Wednesday from 5 to 6 on WSTU Stewart.